Hi, I'm Nan Simonsen. I'm a national board certified health and wellness coach, and I'm playing in my kitchen, so I'm inviting you along. I have a video about Javant Benton's Make Your Own Cookbook. And the recipe I made for that was the HV Veggie ground, and I'll include the link in there. I think I called it, I don't remember what I called it, but this is what it looked like when it was finished. I have a video of making it, and that was all I was doing that day, was making that. As a matter of fact, I don't think you can see it. No, you can't. I have a cast iron pan that I got in honor of this cookbook, and his references to the value of a well-seasoned cast iron pan. So I have and I'm not right-handed, but there. Isn't that a beauty? It's 12-inch. Okay, so that has nothing to do with what I'm doing today, except that, as he said, this mixture makes about 10 cups. I don't think I got quite that much, but as I explained in the video, I used a tool I like a lot, and that is these Super Cubes, SOUPERCUBES. I think I have them on my Amazon page, I don't remember. But this particular set has a 1 cup level, and then halfway up it's marked a half a cup. Well, what I did, as he said, it freezes beautifully. So I put the grounds into these. I have 2 sets, and I made 8 packages of grounds. There's 2 in each of these. I simply took them out, put a little bit of parchment paper around them, and froze them. I'm going to put this back in the freezer. So I defrosted 2 of them to make what I'm going to make right now. Let me get this back where it belongs. Okay, so what I decided to make today with this, because throughout the book he has different things you can make, like a meatloaf. Oh gosh, you can use it for tacos. I don't know if he has a taco recipe, but what I decided to do this morning, I thought, let's have burgers tonight. And the fun thing is that I'm going to make burgers out of his mix. And this is the photo. The photos in this cookbook are magnificent. So I'll be making 4 burgers using 2 cups of the healthy vegan veggie ground. And the fun part of this recipe is that it's called Better Bacon Cheeseburger because there is a mushroom bacon recipe for turning thinly sliced, well, preferably the trumpet mushrooms, but if you don't have that, and I couldn't find those today, some portobello mushrooms. And I'm not making the entire recipe. I didn't need that much. I'll save the other portobellos that I bought thinking I was going to do the whole recipe for another use, maybe stuff them or something. So tonight we're going to have the Better Bacon, the Better Bacon cheeseburgers. And the cheese, he has recipes for making your own cheese, all kinds of things. I have some vegan cheese I like by, is it Veal Life? And it's not, it doesn't have a lot of fat, has a lot of flavor, and I think I have a hickory smoke packet in there, and I'm going to use that. Okay, so I'm going to do the mushrooms first because I want to get them in the oven. I thinly sliced portobello mushrooms, took the caps out, put it in my little 1-gallon freezer bag that I fill with things like peeled carrot, bottoms of celery, the celery leaves, I'm not using them, and then I make broth, and so that broth is going to have some mushroom stems. They were big meaty guys. And I thinly sliced the portobellos, and then I'm adding, and even though this is for the entire recipe, I'm going to use it anyway, and if it looks like too much on the pan, then I won't pour. Anyway, we'll see what happens. So I'm going to mix with that, with this, and this is coconut aminos. Coconut aminos are a substitution for, well, it's a sweeter substitution for like tamari, which is a substitution that is gluten-free for soy sauce, and I usually use tamari, but I like the coconut aminos, and they're lower sodium. So I'm going to use these, and I have smoked paprika, some chipotle, smoked red jalapeno pepper, seasoning, which he said you don't have to use that, but I decided that I wanted to, in the middle. And then there's garlic and onion. And so why don't I put this all together and whip this up. And I have a glove on because I'm going to put my hand in there and stir it to get these pieces covered. Then I'm going to put them in a parchment paper, or on parchment paper, let's see if I don't need all that, pan, and bake it for a while, and then I'm making the burgers. And the burgers will be a different video, but I'll give you a link to this or to that. Yeah, I didn't need all of that. That's good. I can use it for something else. I love having little bits of things, and I put them in a little jar in the refrigerator and put a note on it as to what it was, and then I find something else to use this for. So this is a smoky, slightly sweet sauce. Oh man, I could use that on sauteed mushrooms and a baked potato and cheese sauce over steamed broccoli. Anyway, there'll be things. So there we go. I think if I had used the other two portobellos though, I may have even wanted more sauce, but I don't know. This seems to be covering them nicely. Okay, ran them out. I'm just going to pour it initially rather than doing it one by one. And they're not too overlapped. So I have parchment paper. I'm using my other hand even without a glove because it just seems to make sense speed-wise, and I'm not covering my whole hand in it the way I was to stir it. So that's a little inconsistent, but that makes sense to me. Okay, and this is going to go in the oven initially for 15 minutes. Then I will take it out, flip it over, bake it. I believe it's for another 5 to 10, until it's slightly crisp at the edges. And again, I'll show you the photo of this bacon. It looks really appetizing. I can see chopping that up and putting that over, for example, I have a delicious split pea soup that I made for a whole food plant-based potluck that I went to yesterday, and I'll be serving that again to us. I brought it with me to the potluck, and I have extras. I'll be serving that in a few days. Well, some of these chopped and then put on top of the hot split pea soup would be delicious. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna pull that off. Okay, there. Perfect. Look at that. It already looks like bacon. So let's get this in the oven. And it's 375. Correct? Right? Yes. I put it at 380 because my oven runs a little bit cool. Actually, I think I'm going to put it at 385 because I just looked at the thermometer in there and it's cooler than I thought. Oops, excuse me. Oh, I see, it's gonna heat to 385. Okay, I'm done with that. So I'll show you the photo. I'll come back and show you the photo when I have finished it and you can see what mine looks like. Doesn't that look great? How fun. Okay. And then I'm going to get to the whole point of this, which is these burgers. And again, I'll give you a link to this. And I'll be back with a photo of those when they're finished. I'm back. Look at these beauties. They've been sitting in the pan for just a bit. I turned them over. Oh, you know what? I can feel they're not crispy like a fried thing, but they are, yes, they hold their own. Let me show you. Look. Sort of like, well, freshly cooked bacon without the pig and without all the things that go along with that. So look at us and our better choices. This was easy, it was fun. I have some leftover sauce that I'll do something else with. If I had done all 4 big portobello, I would have used 2 sheets. And I'll put this on the table for our burgers. Oh, let me show you, because you'll get a link to the making of the burgers. There we go. There is our mushroom bacon here. Here are the burgers. Look, don't they look wonderful? And I'm going to cook them in my cast iron skillet. Yahoo! And create his better bacon cheeseburger. I'm not using the cheese sauce. I believe I said it in this video that I will be using some BioLife Smokey provolone cheese with this. And I can't wait for our, I don't see tomato, he has tomato and lettuce, and I'm going to add a pickle, which sounds a little odd with the smoky bacon, but actually it sounds perfect to me. So again, I am Nan Simonsen. I do highly recommend Javant Benton's Make Your Own Cookbook. There's so much more that you could see and hear from what he has to offer. And anyway, I'll also mention the 2 books that I wrote. One, Aging Powerfully, to tell people about lifestyle as medicine. 2 years into my working with the lifestyle medical practice, I'm with Blue Zones Health. That's the clinic I work with. I realize people are really, really turning their lives around. So I wrote a small memoir here and then the book to celebrate turning 70, realizing that 70 wasn't the end of vibrant health. It could be the beginning of another third of a life. Sometimes people believe that that's not the case, but I turned 70 and wrote that book. Turned 75 and wrote the follow-up. Aging Powerfully, the journey continues, because it is a journey, and I feel better and younger than ever. So it's worth the effort to take care of ourselves. That's all. Have a great day. I know I'm going to, at the end of this video, I'll attach some photo of the burger when we put it together, and I'll put some links so that you can see the other things that I've done that tie this together. Okay, bye-bye.